Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I assemble my reversible cheeky bottoms. So here you can see that I have a liner for the front, the fabric, and then the back piece. What I'm going to do is sew the crotch area and leave a small opening because that is where we're going to be flipping the bottom inside out after. Then I get my second layer, the reverse color, which is the teal. I do the same thing. I do the front, the back, and here is where I add the elastic that we're going to scrunch later. So I put it in the middle of the crotch, and as you can see, it's a lot shorter than the actual back, and that's because we're going to scrunch the back to fit that elastic. That's going to give it that scrunched effect. All right, so now that we have both layers assembled separately, we're going to add them or sew them together. And here you just have to be real careful to sew all the 3 layers properly, the back, the front, and the liner. So take your time, sew in small segments if you need to. Lycra is very slippery, so you got to make sure that you go slow if you need to, and make sure the pressure of your foot is not too tight, not too loose, because that could also push your fabric to the side. So here I am securing one side of the bottom because we're going to close up the leg openings first, and it's important to do it in this order so that you are able to flip it inside out. So I did one side of the leg opening and now I'm doing the other. Feel free to pause the video whenever or rewind so you could look back to see any tricky bits. Here I am adjusting all the layers, making sure that there's no holes left after we flip it inside out. And there you have it. You have both leg openings closed, and you can see the elastic, and the other side has the opening. So right now we're just going to flip it inside out. And the next step is going to secure the hips, the right and the left. So just make sure you lay flat your item, your bikini bottom, so that you're not actually sewing it twisted, because it's happened to me before when I'm not paying attention. So here I am securing the hips one at a time, making sure that the seams match up in the center as much as possible. And this is the other side. Now that we have the legs and the hips secured, you'll see that the bottom only needs to be closed in the waist. Now this is where we're going to use the scrunching method to close this up. So I'm going to grab one of the hips, and in that segment, I'm gonna roll up the rest of the bottom and close up the waist, if that makes sense. And this is the last step. So we're gonna pull fabric as we go so that it's not as bulky and it's not as hard to sew. This is a size small bottom, so there's not too much room to move around, but it gets easier with the larger sizes. Make sure that you're matching the seams. In my opinion, when you have a liner, it's easier to put the liner at the top and then the regular fabric on the bottom, so that it evens out the stretch of the fabric, so it doesn't like overstretch or anything like that. To me, it works better when you put the liner at the top. And as you can see there was a little mark in the back. We're going to match that to the elastic on the other layer. That way we have perfect centers on both sides. And here I am finishing the stitching, and it's closed all the way around. And that's how your bottom should look inside out. You have the elastic, and now we're going to pull it from the hole that we left in the crotch all the way out, and you have almost a completed reversible cheeky bottom. So you can see we still need to sew the bottom to close it up and do the scrunching. So now what we do is we close up with a single needle the crotch area in the bottom, securing that all the fabric is tucked in, and we go back and forth in the beginning and the end to secure that stitch. And the fun part comes when we have to do the elastic for the scrunch. So make sure you grab all your layers correctly, and in the bottom we're gonna grab the elastic, securing that it's in the center of the teal layer and in the center of the print area. So once you see that, as the elastic is secured in the top and the bottom, all you have to do is make sure you sew down the center. So secure the center and just follow along the elastic all the way down. And once you get to the bottom, go back and forth to secure that stitch, and you are done with your reversible cheeky bottom. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it and want more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Till the next time.